Hey RT family, Ryan Reynolds here with Keller Williams Consultants Realty, and today I'm at Miller's Country Gardens with Cheryl, who is actually a Miller, but last name's not a Miller, it's
Rogers.
Cheryl Rogers at Miller's Country Gardens, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they have today for our community spotlight. So we are standing in front of a bunch of roses, so I have to ask, I saw there's a cool name of one over here, was called Foolish Pleasure. So tell me about, how did the roses come about?
Well, my one brother Mark is a rosarian, so this is kind of his baby here, all these roses. So any day you could come out and talk to him, and he'd love to share all of his knowledge with you on that. But yeah, the roses are just kind of his thing, and we sell a lot of them in the spring, so it's nice to have the bed here and people can see the roses that we would have for sale in the spring.
Right, so let's talk about the springtime. So normally in the springtime I actually come over here and get a lot of my vegetable garden plants, and I also have a lot of annuals and perennials. What else do you guys do in the springtime?
So in the springtime it's all about planting. So as soon as the weather breaks, people are all geared up to go and plant seed potatoes, onion sets, you know, all your cool crops like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then of course as the temperatures warm up, people get into tomatoes, pepper plants, etc. Of course then we grow
You have a ton of different varieties of tomatoes there.
Yeah, like over 100 different varieties of tomatoes.
Wow, 100 different varieties.
Yeah, there might be 200, and I know like over 100 different varieties of pepper plants. And of course then Dale does raise beautiful hanging baskets, a lot of which you can see when you come up our driveway. So there's all kinds of flowers available too for people to purchase.
Okay, so then in the summertime you guys kind of switch gears and you start selling mostly what seems to be you know, fresh fruit or fresh vegetables and stuff like that?
Yes,
so do you grow them here or do you pull them in?
No, the majority of the produce is grown here. We're kind of known for our sweet corn, tomatoes, melons, peppers, all kinds of different produce, broccoli and stuff like that. We do bring in peaches, and of course we'll bring in apples in the fall, but peaches and some other things. And you know, we'll bring in other produce before ours is ready, but once ours is ready, it's all about our stuff. So
okay, so what if I was going to ask you, what's the very best thing, like either best tomato or what's the best vegetable or fruit that you guys sell just for your opinion?
Well, I think sweet corn is probably going to be the thing that people think about most, and then probably tomatoes is second. So
okay, so sweet corn is number one. Actually I have to get some corn because we had to get some freezer corn back. But all right, so then, and as the summer goes on, now we're getting to go into fall. So I know you guys have a lot of stuff going in the fall. So tell me about what it is you guys have coming up.
In the fall, beginning the last weekend in September, and then every weekend in October, we do free hay rides to our pumpkin patch. So
free hay ride, okay, that's good. Free's
so
a good time.
every Saturday and Sunday you can come out. I think Saturday it runs 10 to 5, and Sundays is noon to 4. You can jump on a wagon, we'll take you back to the pumpkin patch. Just pay for what pumpkins you pick. Most weekends we'll have live bands playing too.
Really? Did not know that.
Yeah, and then not every weekend, but most weekends. And then we try to have like a food truck here, somebody selling food. It's usually a kettle corn guy, and sometimes there's somebody else selling some food too. And of course we got lots of goodies you can buy out of the bakery.
Yes, actually I can smell them standing here. So do you guys bake those on site?
Yeah, so we bake pies and cookies here.
Pies and cookies are about my favorite.
Yeah.
Side with cake too.
Yep.
But that's good. So is there like do you do the baking, or who does the baking?
Yeah, I do the majority of the baking.
Do you really? Okay. Yeah. So what's your best, now we'll go that one. What's your favorite sweets type thing?
Oh man. I don't know, we do a red raspberry shortbread that's pretty darn popular.
Red raspberry shortbread.
Yeah, it's pretty popular, and that's really good. But pies move out pretty good too.
I imagine they do. It smells delicious.
Yeah.
Maybe moving out here shortly.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask you just a couple things about the history. So I know this has been here ever since I've been here. I drive past this hot place probably 4 times a day at least. So tell me, how did the farm come to be, and how is it now? Well,
so quite a bit of history here. My great-grandfather, George Miller, actually had a farm where Burrow Commons is now, so just past Lantern Chase. He owned what ended up being 3 different farms, and his sons, Raymond, Wallace, and Arthur, they split the farm up and each one took one. My grandfather being Raymond, and this was his piece. We're the furthest west. Kroger's was where Arthur's farm was. So those have sold off, of course, over the years, back in the 70s. And we're kind of the last ones remaining here. But my grandfather, Raymond, started selling produce off of wagons along the road. back in the 50s. And then I'm not sure when he built the little roadside stand that used to be down by the road, but we operated out of that up until about 84, and then we built this market up here on the hill, and expanded into the bedding plants and vegetable plants and everything. So
this building basically has been here since 1984, and
yes.
then you guys have been operating pretty much as this. As you are now? I mean, obviously you've expanded.
Yeah. So my brothers Mark and Dale, by 84, had both graduated from Ohio State with degrees in horticulture. So their intentions were to come back here and run the farm, which they did. Yep. And then I just I worked another job for 30 years, and then always worked the farm too, but now I'm retired from that other job, so I'm here full time.
So you retired to this work? That's
I
great.
retired to this work, yes.
Excellent. So, and now, how many employees do you guys have, and how big is it?
We run roughly 20 employees or something during the busiest part of the season.
Yeah.
But Farmer Dale, as you all know, he pretty much runs the show, and then I have 3 other brothers who are quite involved too. So
okay, great. So tell me something, I guess, about the business. I know it's not open all year round. Is that right?
That's correct. We're a seasonal business, open from April through October. So at the end of October, everybody rushes out here to buy up some of our Amish goods that we have in there and so forth. Yep. And then we also do a lot with people buy frozen pies, so they'll give me orders for frozen pies so they can have them for the holiday, and they'll take them home and
so you can get them still, even though you guys are closed.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you actually go to Florida or something in the winter time, or do you guys actually just work here all year round?
Everybody but me stays here year round, but my husband and I, we do take off for a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
I was busted. A retired one gets to go to Florida.
Yeah,
so
but everybody
good.
else, work on a farm's never done. I mean, we'll be working in the fields once we close the store up. We're still working the fields till the weather doesn't allow us anymore. and all of our ordering has to be done before the end of the year, basically. And then you've got all this product coming in throughout the winter, and then the greenhouses start up at the end of February. So
you're really not gone very long, probably, or at least there's stuff. I mean, some people think there's nothing going on a farm and there's nothing growing, but there's lots to do.
Yeah, there still is.
Everything always needs fixed, it seems like, on our farm.
Oh, that's exactly when all the repairs take place, and you try to get things straightened up again. So
that's right. Get it ready for next year.
Right.
So there you have it, RRT family. Miller's Country Gardens here in Delaware. We're on State Route 37, just west of Delaware and west of the Kroger. If you want to come out this weekend, when does the pumpkin stuff start?
So that I think the first weekend will be September 30th. That's the first Saturday.
So it's really the month of October?
And then the whole rest of October, yes. It usually ends up being 5 or 6 weeks worth of hay rides to the pumpkin patch. And then we got, there's other little activities going on, for the kids and stuff like that. But the main thing is there's no charge, there's no parking fee or anything. Like, just come out and enjoy the time with your family.
That's right. Enjoy fall, and you can come out on Saturday and Sunday too, right? Open all day, so you don't have to worry about missing the Buckeyes. Come out, check it out, get some pies, pick up some cookies, maybe pick up some pumpkins, and we'll hope to see you out here. So thanks very much. Have a great day, and as always, the Ryan Reynolds team, unlimited opportunities and exceptional experiences.